Okay, hello everyone. I've got some OC remix going on in the background, but we're not going to keep that going on for long because I just want to start this playtest. Uh, yes, please. I was just taking a quick look at who I wanted to use for this playtest. Oh goodness, that's loud on my end. Hopefully it's okay on your end. Okay, so my goals for the playtest, just to kind of establish what I'm doing off the bat and give some time for people to show up if they want to do so. Is I want to see what the experience is like getting to kind of the first goal that I have in the game for the player to kind of accomplish for progression, which is to get access to the boat. So your overall goal in the game is to, like, for the first part, is to be able to get from the starting area to a different part of the world. And for that, you need access to the boat. To get access to the boat, you need to get a certain rank in the Adventurers Guild and a bunch of cash. So I want to see what the new player experience is like. This interactable right here will just give me too much stuff right off the bat. I don't need to have that many level up messages. Who do I want first? I was looking through who I wanted, and I do want Isa in my party. I want Bon Boing over here. And that's technically a French word, so I'm definitely not pronouncing it correctly. Let's see. Are you the Prismage? Yeah, I want you. Who else do I want? Do I want the Druid? I was just looking at who I was considering as well. I could bring the Druid. Yeah, let's add you to the party. I'm going to need to update these descriptions at some point. Yeah, I will talk to you to start my adventure. Some of this stuff is very placeholder. This whole starting section is just like, in terms of the part leading up to here, is very much placeholder. In that, like, it's the general right shape, but I need to add a prologue and all sorts of fun stuff. But who needs to sit through a prologue? I'm going to figure out those poems later. These are going to have descriptions added to them. I'm not worried about some of that stuff. I'm getting a lot of staves here. Yeah, okay. Bon point. Asgard Duel. You probably are the one with the frayed tunic. I don't know. They might be able to go either way there. Step 1, save. Always save. Some of these characters have newer skills that I want to test. Mage's training. I'm going to have to see if any of these characters can use that. These trainings are really important. You can use Mage's training. Okay, I'll give it to you. Yeah, that's right. I'm definitely going to want it on you. You can use healers. Your water stat's decent, so you should probably have it. Her water stat's not bad. I don't know. Can she use... I mean, she can probably use healers, right? Yeah. She actually has 26 water. Her water is better than his, despite it not being her specialty right now. Whereas it's something he totally does. Interesting. I don't remember how well it scales, but she kind of needs to have good water because her shtick is being a bit more healing oriented anyway. So yeah, part of what I want to know is just like, how long does this take? Obviously, I have knowledge of where everything is, so I'm going to spend less time bumbling around looking for stuff. Can any of these characters actually... Oh, I think Isa can use medics training. Yeah, he can. He's not going to. I want him to be using Gust. I need a good spot for identifying who can use what. This isn't very... okay. Needing to remember, he works opposite to Hannah. Hannah drains other people's TP. He cares about how much TP he has. You can just attack. Wow, at one point you have so much HP compared to everyone else. Oh, that's just gonna like one-shot that. I'll just attack it for now. I don't think it really matters. Yeah, because she cares about losing TP. He doesn't have any TP yet. Yeah, I'll finish it off. These are not meant to be difficult enemies, so... What do I want to progress through here? I definitely want to try to loot this place fairly thoroughly. You get a lot of really important crafting materials and gold and stuff in here. I don't know if I have perfect coverage in terms of skill sets I can use. Yeah, okay, that requires stats. Honestly, I think the Gus will probably do most of what I need. Yeah, okay. She doesn't really have any good offensive options yet either, which is fine. I need to get Bon Boing a better club or something. Okay, how much does Gus clean up here? Decent. Okay. Let's just all beat up on one of these spiders. Okay. You got a good hit in. His accuracy is garbage, because... So, there's a system in this game. See, his accuracy is at 22%. It's because he's wielding an old pipe, which has... Pipes already do not have great accuracy, and then an old pipe is just awful accuracy. And what that means is it doesn't mean you miss most of your attacks. Like, you have to have below 10% accuracy to actually miss, unless, like, it can affect how likely you are to be evaded. Things with high evasion will potentially be able to evade, but it's basically the damage range on top of the weapon's damage range. So the old pipe deals 20 to 52 damage, but on top of that, it's modified from 0.22 to 1 times that damage, because you just roll somewhere in there. So that's what accuracy does. It scales the strength of your hits. I guess I'm going to go up this way. There's not really a reason to go up that side passage, which is fine. I'm gonna Icy Breath one of these, smack it, and then you Piercing Gleam the other, and she'll smack it. But what that basically means is that the pipe is going to be fairly ineffective a good percentage of the time, but it will salvage into some iron, because that's generic material. Squires is useful, but I want to actually grab Spell Sword over here and equip that to him. So I just tweaked this one actually just earlier today for the skills it gives you, because I was realizing, yeah. So I was talking about the encounter rate, because I have tweaked it from what it was. His Thunder Strike is a lot stronger than his Frost Strike. There's a bunch of enemies in this early area that are weak to Frost, or weak to Ice damage, rather. And I realized that I had very inadequately supplied you with the ability to use it. Does anybody not have a training equipped? Asgard Duel does not. Do I have any that you can use? Not yet. It's possible that I've given all the ones you can use to other characters. Because you can use healing. A lot of iron ingots in there. Cloth is very useful. I think you basically just have to buy that. His Fireball is actually not terrible, but it's not great. Icy Breath is way more damage. Yeah, I'm gonna Icy Breath this bat, and then everybody else can just beat up on the spider. I lowered the encounter rate in here a little while back when I was doing new stuff, and I was tired of running into enemies like every third step. Okay, we can just attack this to end it at this point. That was a real bad critical hit. Wow. I forget what properties pipes have on critical hits. I think they have something, if I remember correctly. Let's see, and I got the gold out of there. The starting area just has a lot of treasure chests. I don't know if it needs to be a little bit different or anything. Like, I don't know if I've put too many treasure chests in here. I might tweak the damage formula for the pipe at some point, though. So it might, like, with the low accuracy, having a really wide range on damage is a little unnecessary. I feel like I have... I don't know what... Ooh. This is a big club. I think I'd rather build them up to using showmanship. Let's start by attacking Forgotten Spirit. This can take out something. I might as well take out one of these bats. I'm actually going to Healing Spring here. A lot of the healing skills have very fast activation times. Whew, that was not good. Okay. Please leave Isa alone. Good. Gust should finish most everything off. Showmanship will clean up, but Gust doesn't. I'm just going to attack with him. Forgotten Spirit, I guess. And I'm going to Healing Spring Isa. Because Isa needs healing. Okay. Most of that going to Bone Poing is fine. He's got the HP to take it. This is a rare spawn with just a ton of enemies in it. But Gust is a very early AoE spell, so... Hey, good. Everybody got level 2 from that as well. Second Wind learned. Second Wind... Yeah... We're going to Healing Spring a couple of people, though. I feel like I probably give you too many potions at the beginning here, and I kind of want to change stuff up. I feel like the loot rooms in here are a little... wonky. Martial artists. Actually, I'll wait to check on him later. Definitely need a thing that's like, here's the types that you get. Okay, I don't need to worry about any encounters right here. This is the starting area. Once you loop around, it makes a shortcut. Walking in that heals you. It's a healing spring. If I talk to any of the dialogue things in there, there's a book there that's like, hey, this is a healing spring. And there's like a thing on the front that's like, hey, this is a healing spring. So there's a couple of things that tell you, hey, this area heals you. Those chests have random amounts of gold in them. I'm going to grab these mushrooms. I can eat a mushroom, or have a character eat a mushroom to give them temporary boost to their maximum HP. That was a good hit. Okay, and then this is the Bard's training. It's the Enchanter's skill set. Okay, so right now I should have a skill set. Okay, yeah, you do get that one. That's fine for now. I want everybody to have a skill set, so. I'm going to be taking a fairly strategic path here, because I do know where everything is. Let's drop a save. I need to clean up some of those save files. A bunch of them are not good. One of these has mushrooms in it. I have gotten 6 mushrooms. That is the one with stuff in it. These rats are going to be a little bit more threatening than previous things were. Just piercing gleam that one. It's probably dead. Ah, poisoned me, did you? Oh, not quite. It's like 8 HP left. I don't think they take very much damage from lightning, guys. I don't remember, honestly, for a lot of these. Okay, yeah. Let's just have you smack that one. We'll see if I get Cleanse off. Cleanse is very slow, which is actually beneficial for it. Because usually... Whew, that was a bad hit. Usually you... Okay. you kind of want to have it go after stuff that might inflict conditions on you. Is kind of what it comes down to. Got some bounty slips. I am going to need those. I'm going to need, what, 60 bounty slips in order to be able to get to my goal. Nobody's using any of those sets right now, so. Ooh, a buzzkill. I'm actually going to gust here, I think. Right. Let's just have you attack a giant rat. Okay, yeah, right now she's all, like, healing all the time. Well, I guess she can heal herself, but... I think might have more MP than Asgardiel currently has. I don't know, Frost Strike this bug. Let's actually end that rat. And you can go after this rat. Ow. Ow. Whew. That's not very effective. They lose up to 35 TP. Yeah, okay, let's just go ham on Isa here. Skill. Lens, thank you. There's some useful crafting materials in here as well. And I went to that middle one, I remember that. A lot of this will help me get some of my initial armor that I'm going to want. Some wood is useful. I got to Caledon at night, that's fine. How much gold did I end up with? 427, that's pretty reasonable. If anybody has any questions about mechanics or anything, go ahead and let me know. See, I could go buy some stuff. Do I have... I want a walking stick for Bonpoing. Yeah, only Hannah can use this bow, and she's not going to be great at it. Woodsman's axe. I wonder if it's more useful... This is something that I'm thinking about right now as I'm kind of looking at this. So in this menu, let's see if I move the cursor on. Yeah, you can see it. On this menu, you can see right here, it tells me that the Hunter's Bow deals less damage than the Makeshift Staff. It tells me it deals negative 21 and negative 30 on kind of the lower end and the upper end. The thing is, that doesn't give me much information about how much damage it actually would deal on this character. And I wonder if it would be better to have more information here that's like, here's how much damage the Hunter's Bow would deal, this much to this much, and just color them in color it if it's like average is less, and yeah, or whatever as it kind of works right now. I don't know. I'm kind of wondering if something different, if a different display here would make it more informative. Because right now it's like, what does this mean? Like, I don't know what values I'm actually looking at. I know it deals less damage than this Makeshift Staff does, with the caveat that the Makeshift Staff actually deals way less damage because its accuracy is minus 50% from what a normal non-Makeshift Staff would be. But yeah, that's making me wonder if I should modify how I'm displaying that. Maybe. Well, for right now, I can equip Bonpoing with this walking stick, and it'll be far superior. I do probably just want to cast her weapon on her anyway. I can buy some herbs here if I want to. Not all of these have stuff yet. You can see that the basil does not. I can buy some berries or some herbs to give a little bit of regen. I don't really feel a need for that just yet. We got a smokehouse over there. Hello, Tobiyasha. So if I just straight modified it from giving the modifiers off of the damage to just the new damage value, and then have the problem is then I'm working with color indicators, which is not great for color blindness. So that's not the best solution. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. That's something I can definitely poke at later, though. This guy will tell me about enemies in the area. He'll also sell me materials. I don't really... I mean, you have to talk to him again. I don't know if I should just bring this dialogue up right away or not. I don't know that I need any of these right now. I'll be getting stuff from loot as I kind of wander around. Guild services don't do much for me right now because I'm not in the Adventurers Guild yet. They'll tell me how to join the Adventurers Guild. I should extend this. This is like the one place in the Adventurers Guild where there's not the magic crafter person. That's not... Is that true? The one in Iron Hill might also not have the magic crafter. But this one definitely has a space for it, so I should add the magic crafter to the lineup here. None of these dudes will do anything for me right now. I think I might as well just go and become part of the Adventurers Guild. That's kind of what I need to do. I do need to fill out some of those middle areas with things. Might as well activate this Resurrection Shrine. Or Monument, technically, is what they're called. Okay, you. Yay! Getting the Adventurers Kit here. Which is what... So I have had an NPC here that just disappeared. They were there explicitly for the purpose of allowing me to pick up the Adventurers Kit when I didn't have this person give it to you on other saves. So that's what that NPC is about. I don't think I have very many... Yeah, I have 5 bounty slips. I don't want to turn those in until I get 10, because that will give me more gold for turning in the bounty slips. I would turn them into this person right here. I should go salvage some stuff now that I'm part of the guild. Where do I keep getting a wing? Maybe I give it to you as loot in the cave and I just don't think about it. This guy will not craft me stuff. None of my characters can use a dagger. Interesting. There are other characters. So if anybody who came in late, at the very start of the game, you pick 4 of like 14 characters to have for your party. And so sometimes you'll get stuff that you just can't use. Or like there will be things that you just can't use. None of these characters can wield a dagger. None of these characters can wield a sword either, which is fascinating. I can give that guy a mace. That might not be a bad idea. Let's make a mace for Isa. None of them can use Gambison. One point can use breastplate, but he can also use plate mail. I'm not sure which is better in this case. I could make a couple of tunics. Would I prefer a tunic over some of the other options? I'm not sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and just make 2 tunics. Okay, let's see. I made you a mace, and you a better tunic. And I made you a better tunic. Well, let's go salvage some of that junk. I just got rid of both tunics, this makeshift staff. I want to hang on to the wing for now. I don't think I have an immediate need for it, but... I'm not a rank 1 adventurer. I can just buy some materials. I think they're a little bit cheaper to buy from here. I don't need any of them just yet. I will, but I also need to go kill a bunch of enemies to get rank up stuff, so. Yeah. The sage can wield all of them, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and I have the big ol'... Let's see, I don't... Is the spreadsheet? No, all those are below the game. But I have the big ol' spreadsheet that I did to figure out, like, people wielding stuff and all that jazz. This town needs to be fleshed out, too. This guy is right here. I've mentioned this in a previous thing, but probably not here. This guy's right here to make it so that way. So when you buy the boat or rent the boat indefinitely from this guy, same difference, right? He walks up that way. So I wanted to make sure you couldn't stand there to block him. So this guy's here to prevent you from being able to stand there. But it allows me to add some flavor to the world about, like, this guy wants to rent a boat, but he's like, I cannot rent a boat. Yeah, I'm not rank 2, so I can't. This guy will sell me fish, though. Oh, I need to modify his dialogue. Because that was going not far enough. I can buy fish. I don't need any fish, though. Let's see. That guy was... Kendra... Sandy March. I'm just going to go fix that dialogue that went off the screen for some random reason. I don't know why. I just wasn't paying attention. Okay, now that guy will have his dialogue properly show up. So this is the part where I kind of feel like it would be good to have some side quests. That's a good question. You're talking about the NPCs. So, the answer to that question here, if I click game off and go into here. So the idea is that NPCs look generally the same in each world region. So there's the Kendra... oh, of course you can't see this because I only capture so many things. So there's the sprite sheets for Kendra. This is a little awkward. So, like, there's this dude, for example, you can see over here. This guy you've seen a bunch, actually. Okay, if I just do this is a little clunky, but... So, like, there's a set of NPCs for Kendra, right? Because I have 14 world regions as well. What that means is there is a lot of... yeah, thank you. A lot of similarity to the NPCs in those regions. But if I go to a different world region, say Sindire, suddenly the NPCs are going to all look different. So, or Divertier has another set of NPCs. Yeah, exactly. Because I want each world region to have kind of its own flavor and feel. So that's kind of what's going on there. So yes, you are going to see a lot of those NPCs look very similar. I just want it to be clear, like, these are just random NPCs kind of thing. And I don't want to necessarily, like, spend a bunch of time making unique, individualized NPCs because I have so many different areas, and having areas have visual consistency is kind of what's important to me. But excellent question. Okay, let's turn Astral Collision back on so you can actually see what's going on now. I can go to the mine. There's some good stuff there. This is going to work a lot better if I actually have the game in focus so I can walk around. Actually, I think the thing that's most useful would be to go here. Because there's a skill set right here. And this guy, he's Kazdan the Healer. How may he help you? Can you teach us about healing? And I gained the Healer's Expertise skill set, which is useful, but I don't think I'm going to use it right now. Yeah. Maybe I'll go buy food. Do I need any healing? It's free. It doesn't hurt. Actually... I could get the Staff of Healing for Esgar Duel. It would be better than the makeshift staff for him. I don't want it for Hannah. Let's see, do I want that or do I want a different staff? I'm gonna buy this for Hannah, and then... Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy this for Esgar Duel. Head. Let's see, do I want any foods? Probably not a bad idea. I think this one for now. Okay. Is there anything back here, or is there just a garden for flavor? I think there's just a garden for flavor. Yeah, okay. Let's try to leave here, and the one awkward thing is you have to leave there down, which kind of... Okay, let's just go through the mine. I need to fill out more stuff in this mine. Actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea to go down the this side. Because the only thing I'm gonna have to worry about here are some cave spiders, and I can get a bunch of pickaxes. Because these guys have a bunch of like worn out pickaxes that they apparently just discard everywhere. And it's just like cave bats, because that's no big deal, so. Just icy one of those. I don't remember if these guys are weak to ice or not. Yeah, because now he has access to Healing Spring because of his staff. And she has this now because of the headpiece I gave her. I do kind of want to hang on to this for her because I have Cleanse. I don't know. I don't need to think too long about what I'm doing with these guys. These are cave bats. They are not a threat. They aren't worth a bounty because they're not considered dangerous enough to warrant one. There's a good vein of ore here, but where would we put the rubble from mining it? They have this problem where they've like been mining this area pretty well, but now there's just rubble everywhere and they don't have a place to put it. I enjoy that little flavor of like nobody wants to carry this rubble up the stairs. I just found a thing of 20 stones. Eventually those will be useful once I make an NPC to build stone clubs. I haven't done that yet. I don't know, just attack things. You can attack the cave spider. Cave spiders are weak to striking damage, which the club deals. Everyone else can attack this bat. Ooh, pretty good hit. Almost killed that spider. Wow! Hey, everybody's level 3. That's good. How are we supposed to haul all this rubble up the stairs? That's a good question. Maybe you should have thought of that before you put rubble all over the stairs. 90 to 156 damage on that mace. I guess he's got decent strength. Yeah, so the short answer to that question is it would be a good idea to have a system like Pokemon that identifies, oh, you hit that enemy with something that it's weak to, or you hit that enemy with something it resists. I have looked at that a little bit. I would need to figure out some way of reporting that. It is something that would be good to figure out. I do vaguely have the idea of having NPCs you can talk to that would expose enemy weakness information. But it is a really important part of the game, and you're right. I should figure out some sort of system adding it. I think the last time when I was trying to think through that process, probably on another project I'd been looking at, but was trying to add it to the pop-up numbers, but that whole system is really wonky, and figuring that out is a bit convoluted. So it'd probably be better to just add it to the dialogue when damage is dealt. And I need to figure out a good way of doing that. Yeah, absolutely. If you know what enemies are weak to, it makes a huge difference. It's part of why I... yeah, she just has really good attune stats, which is why her staff is so good. Man, that mace is just bonkers. But that's part of why and I need to clean up stuff with this skill dialogue because they both show all of the skills, because of how things work. So I just can remove that thing. But the thing he has equipped was originally giving you a different skill, and I changed it to Frost Strike because there's a lot of enemies that are weak to ice, and having access to ice damage is really important. So yeah, I need to look into grafting that into the information responses. I don't think there's anything in here, right? No. This guy doesn't tell you anything yet. I guess I can technically buy blast bombs from him. You know what? Let's buy 5. Let's see. There's nothing over that way that's useful at the moment. I don't want to go into some of those areas because they're high level. I haven't made this thing yet. I should just wander around the main plains areas, actually. Yeah, because this one I don't think has a magic crafter either. I can make... I should actually break these crystals down. Give myself a bunch of dust. And I can break down... I don't know if I have any characters that can wield a pickaxe, actually. You can't, you can't, you can't, you can't. Okay. I can just break down all these pickaxes. And the iron ingots. Pots of healing are good. I don't have, like, any money anymore, though. I can just make plate mail. Do I want some plate mail for Bon Poing, or do I want a breastplate? I think a breastplate's better for him. It needs more hide. I'll get that fighting rats. I'll do that soon. Ooh, I can make some gauntlets for him. Boosting his weapon damage is actually a good idea as well. Okay, let's make him some gauntlets and let's... Oh. I don't have enough money to make another set of gloves. Okay, well, let's just make one set of gloves then. Gauntlets, and I think Isa should have these gloves. Okay, let's go hunting things out in the wild. So many of these towns are like half complete just because it takes a lot to kind of complete a town. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I should come over here. Ooh, there's some apples in here. I say. And you can see all these apples. Look at all these apples. Okay, there is, if I go over this way, an applewood focus. Can you use an applewood focus? You can, and it... Yeah, okay, that's right, it boosts earth. Let's see, Esgard Duel. You're using a staff. If you weren't using a staff, could you use the focus? You could. Okay. I want to get her a scepter then. That's going to require some gold, though. Okay, let's just go hunt stuff. That's kind of the best option right now. Just go into the forests and fields. Okay, and I got the ooze spawn. Cool. I can make some fruit salad. Where's the air ooze? Let's have you ineffectually smash this fire ooze, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna give this the water ooze. Okay, for now, just attack something. The air ooze, I guess. No! Mass absorption! Okay. I'm a little underprepared to fight this pile of ooze, so... Well, the good news is I took care of the air guy, which is important, because that guy is very dangerous. Gave that guy degen, so that guy's going to start degenning. I guess Stone Volley is not a bad plan. And Icy Breathing the Earthen Ooze is not a bad plan either. Good showmanship, hits everything. Just Piercing Gleam. I feel like most of these just don't care that much. Let's just water ooze with it. Yeah, okay. She's wearing a dress, so it's gonna heal her for more. Please don't target Isa. Oh no. Okay, good. That absorption popped. Can equip in place with the stats that the equip will give you. Can equip the stats that are given. I just need to parse what you wrote is all. Okay, let's see. Will the can equip be replaced? I will get back to that question when I'm not in a fight, so that way I can look at my menus and kind of contextualize what you're talking about a little bit better. You are going to Res Sig Isa. You are going to Piercing Gleam the Earthen Ooze. And you are going to Exploding Vigor the Earthen Ooze. Okay, just some good solid damage. Hey! That guy just went poof. They attack themselves. Cool. They deal elements equal to their own type, which means that they are going to take themselves down. So that was great. I don't really have... None of these are great options here. You can Enrage Smash for no particular benefit. I mean... I guess you might as well. Let's speed up on this Flame Ooze, because I want to let the Water Ooze kind of degen out if I can. Yeah, the Water one broke its own fascination. Oh, great. And Bonpoing is confused. Okay, Exploding Vigor is hitting real hard. I'll need to check that one. Stats. I feel like Ice maybe doesn't do the most here. I want to cleanse this confusion. Yeah, that's the problem. It's just attacking deals so little damage that it's not really overcoming the absorption. There we go. Icy Breath it? Thunder Strike is probably a good choice here. 12 TP. Takes 29 life damage. Let's see, that's roughly 30. That's going to be 360 damage potentially off of this. That's pretty strong. I should probably swap those values to require more TP loss. Just because that'll be less reliable. Oh good, popped the Aura of Absorption. That'll allow me to deal a lot more damage to this thing. I got lots of goo from that. Okay, you were asking about the can equip. Oh, okay. That's in... Yeah, okay, that's, in, like, the purchasing or other menu. Yeah, so, like, right here, where it says can equip, you're talking about this text, right? So, the problem right here... So, it's... Good question. The issue, and the reason why I went with can equip here is I don't know what stats to put here. I could put, because it's kind of a complicated mixture of things. So if I again click this off and then open this, if I go look at some of these armors, so say the Adventurer's plate mail, just because it's here, I can't tell you about the element rates because that's too much information, right? It's very useful information. I could tell you how much maximum HP increases stuff by, but not all equipment really increases maximum HP in any sort of meaningful way. Like, the Tattered Dress gives you a minor amount of HP, but the thing is, like, all of these things are a combination of, like, maximum HP and a multiplier on your maximum HP, or same for MP, because I want them to be useful early game, but scale late game. Because I kind of want equipment to be... I want a lot of the stuff, in terms of, like, equipment, to be a little bit more flat, and it's more what abilities are on the equipment, rather than what stats they give you, if that makes sense. So some stuff, it might be, like, the stats it gives you because you want those specific stats. Like, so, for example, there is the Adventurer's Focus. No, that gives you Spell Charge. What's the other focus? There's another focus somewhere around here. Well, there's the Applewood Focus, which gives you a lot of Earth, right? That's M defense. And gives you a lot of max MP, but all focuses do that. There's another focus, the Oak Carved Focus right here, which gives you a little bit of every stat. So would you rather have a little bit of every stat or a lot of one stat, right? So there's some stuff like that that's going to be a bit of a trade-off. But that makes it difficult to know, what do I tell you? Like, that's the problem, is... would I like to have more information there than just can equip? Yeah, I would. But the question is, what information do I put there? And that's where, that's why I have just, you can equip this, because I don't have a really good sense of what information... So... Yeah, that is an alternative. To have some sort of text that says, like, oh, this is a big improvement, or this is a slight boost, or whatever. But again, it's more like categories of equipment or certain ways. Like, for example, I have my copies of things up here. The linen tunic is kind of like, here's the basic stats of a tunic. Here's the basic stats of plate mail. If you're equipping plate mail, it's going to give you a huge boost to your maximum HP, because that's part of what plate mail does. Like, I don't have a separate armor stat per se, it's just element rates and maximum HP. So a lot of stuff will, like, do that. But combat armor right here reduces the physical damage you take by 25%. So it's not as good against magic, because it doesn't reduce magic and it doesn't give as much HP as, say, the plate mail would. But it does give you some HP, and it lowers the direct attack damage you take, and it also boosts the rate at which you charge TP. So, again, like, what does that mean? Like, how do I determine something's a boost? And again, part of this goes back to it's more differences among categories of things rather than within categories. So the only thing where you're going to get, like, this is straight up automatically better is with sort of the garbage gear. So, like Rusty Plate Mail does not give you as much HP as all other plate mail does. But all plate mail, like right here, all plate mail is going to give you. And that's not plate mail. All plate mail is going to give you that plus 130 and times 130%. So it's because of some of these systems where, again, I want equipment that you get in any given spot to basically be like the differences are what does it do, not what stats does it have, sort of thing. That kind of breaks traditional RPG molds, and that makes it harder to give some sort of. I feel like anything I put there is going to be automatically reductionist, and I don't want to mislead the player into thinking that this piece of equipment's better than any other piece of equipment you could wear, because it's all trade-offs. It's like, what things do you want? Does that make sense? So that's where it's like, is it a boost, an improvement, or a slight boost improvement? Like, yes and no, because you're gaining something and you're losing something, right, by going with that, with the exceptions of stuff that is specifically described as being terrible. So, like, I would like something more informative there. I just don't know how to put something more informative there that's not just misleading in some way. Hopefully that explains kind of where I'm coming at with a lot of that. Let's see. A healer's robe actually is not a terrible plan for Hannah, now that I think about it. Okay, but I don't have any money right now. And she's not going to have a great wand. Oh, she can't use wands. Okay. I think she can use... What can't she use? Like, part of it, too, that would really help is having more information in the journal about what characters can equip what. But last I checked, the journal was... I needed to do some debugging on it, so... She can use a bow. She can't use swords. She can't use spears. Okay, well, there's an easy way to figure out what this is. Classes... Druid. Staff, bow, club. She can use club. Oh, she can use scimitars, but scimitars are not... Okay, so she's going to have a hard time using this early, because scimitars are not until a bit later in the game that you get those. And like everything else that she wields is two-handed, except for the club. That might be a little bit of an oversight. I'll need to think about that one. I could give her a club and give her that, though. I need better clubs, is kind of what this comes down to, which is something I already knew. Did I not eat my food yet? I don't think I did. I also need to be able to buy stuff from that. How many? 9 bounty slips. Well, let's go fight some more stuff. Actually, while I'm in town, I should go hit up the Res Shrine. Or the monument. When it has sparkles on it like that, that means that's where you're going to resurrect if you die. I'll explain that mechanic somewhere. Probably earlier on in the sort of prologue area. Actually, you know what? That would be a good thing to put on that very first poem. Yeah. Probably. I do not want to wander over here, by the way. I'll show you why. We'll see how this goes. Yep. Okay. Yeah. This area has this little section has much higher spawns for some reason. I don't know. There's a lot of decisions I'm making in this that feel like, are they really a good idea? Like, if you go to the world map, is the second place I want you to go really supposed to be that far away? And I don't know. I think some players would be into maybe you're not supposed to wander into the cemetery at the beginning of Dark Souls sort of stuff. But other players are going to hate that. So it's like, what's the proper balance to have here? I mean, wasps are weak to frost. Let's try to kill a wasp, shall we? You can focus on this spider, though. Just heal everyone. Everybody could use a little bit of additional health. Well, that was good damage. Man, Isa, everybody wants to just kill you for some reason. Let's have you work on that wasp too, and you can res Sig Isa. But if you do come up with something that can work for that text, and also can work within the sort of the space constraints, because again, I don't have a good way of calculating a lot of stuff. I'd certainly appreciate something. It's really hard to figure out anything that could make sense there that would be useful and informative is the issue. Exploding Vigor this spider? I don't know. That was some good damage. Lost 12 TP. Yeah, so it's in these dialogues up here where I feel like would be the best place to put did bonus damage type of stuff. Yeah, because I can also put messages of like healing was boosted or healing was reduced or things like that too, because your healing is also affected by elements. The big challenge of it though is having that be information the player can notice, because that log moves pretty quickly and it's very easy to kind of gloss over stuff. That's why I wanted to put something next to the numbers to kind of indicate what was going on. But I couldn't really find a good way of doing it. Showmanship is a good idea here. Actually, you can Healing Spring Hannah, and Hannah can cleanse Bon Poing. That'll probably take that out. Yeah, it did. I want to take out the other wasp. I'm really hoping that these guys don't crit me. Okay, the Fascination is good. This is a useful thing. Frost Strike this killer wasp. I kind of want a second Wind Bon Poing. That may make him not do something this turn, though. Yeah, I think that'll cancel out his... Oh, good. The spider got itself. Yeah, because I drained all of his. So, part of me, too, wants to set this up to be kind of a one-at-a-time system instead of this character, like an action queue. Instead of everybody inputs at once and then kind of goes, kind of... Because I have kind of like a Pokemon doubles type setup, for lack of a better description, or triples or whatever, where it's like simultaneously you enter in everything and then everything goes, versus a queue where like, because I've run into a couple of like minor issues. One is if something adjusts your TP or MP and it puts you below the ability to pay for something, it negates your ability to do that thing. Like it just cancels it out, which is, I mean, it can be risk reward, right? It's something that I can kind of build into the system of like, this is just a thing that you have to deal with how this works. But the other thing that I run into sometimes is I forget who I've instructed to do what as I go down. So like by the time I get to the last person, I'll forget if I told the first person to heal somebody. Just because there's a lot of different things I'm trying to process, and having a thing where each character goes like, this character goes and then the next character goes sort of thing has benefits. But the downside to that is when there's lots of enemies, they can kind of overwhelm the turns for the player in a way that this system balances evenly. Like everybody gets an equal number of like opportunities to do stuff because of the turns. So it's something I've been kind of mentally thinking about, but also setting up that system seems absolutely annoying. So I think I'll probably just stick with what's kind of built in, but the other thing too here though is like he gets 2 actions. I cannot like, that first action will probably give him enough TP to afford this one, but he can't select it because, I mean, that's just not how it works. Killer Wasp. Let's just have you Exploding Vigor this Wasp. I think Exploding Vigor is too strong, though. Yeah. Well, the spider killed itself, so that's good. Now you can Frost Strike, and then... Like, I can queue up 2 Frost Strikes when I have enough TP at the start to queue up 2 Frost Spikes. The whole thing is a little awkward in places. It's nice to have a couple characters that can do some healing, though. I'm going to get a lot of stuff for this fight. 362 experience points. Yeah, that's going to be good. 81 monies. 9 bounty slips, 3 goo, and a fang. Yeah, all these characters are up a level. Okay, that was great and all, but I kind of want to fight some rats. This is not some rats. Air ooze. Okay, you're just gonna mash the water ooze in the face, I guess. I do want to kind of take out the water ooze. Like, you just can't use this at the start of a fight very well. We'll see. The air ooze is so weak to ice. Like, ice is such a good damage type at the start of the game. That's why I wanted to make sure. Wow. Yeah, okay. Exploding Vigor needs to be nerfed. It's way too strong. Okay, Sickening Soil is a good option for them right there. Also, ow. Also, where did all my MP go? You know, I think I'm gonna actually just Healing Potion here. Earth and Ooze. Let's go after you. I think I'm gonna Imbue Health as well. That seems like the best option. Imbue. Yeah, something like that. Where each character has their own individual turn. Do I want to Ice Breath? Yeah, this Earth and Ooze for sure. Showmanship is good. Honestly, I'm just going to Antidote on him. Exploding Vigor this Flame Ooze. It's just setting up all the UI for that and everything is not something I'm terribly thrilled by the prospect of. Oh good, it's Fascinated. That means it will do nothing? Okay, you're not wearing anything that gives you an antidote. I think you're best off just attacking this turn? I'm not a big fan of that. Okay, good. It targeted itself. It gains MP from it, but I do need to make sure I'm killing this thing quickly enough, or it's just gonna roast me. Well, Isa has no MP. Showmanship, I guess, is kind of the best thing for that to do there. Hey! Killed it. I might want to change the chance of that particular spawn. Let's go to an inn. Well, we're going to sleep all night. All day. Yes, please. Thank you. Actually, while I'm here... Oh, I need more hide for that, that's right. But I can make Hannah some gloves, and I'm going to. But it's possible to check somehow if the character will have enough MPTP for the skill. Yeah, like there's not a really good way of like the only thing I could do is say you can choose this skill, but you might not be able to use it. Yeah, with the extra turn. Like if it was a sort of, so if I were using a queuing system, where it's like everybody's entered into a queue and then you kind of run through, and then like places can kind of be adjusted in the queue. Like Windborne Speed would just make you, I don't know, give you an extra turn in that queue system or something like that. Boy, I just need a lot more hide right now. But like, yeah, I think I actually kind of want to do this. Make me another walking stick. It's dramatically less effective for Hannah on its face, but opens up her offhand for a really good offhand. Let's see. If the character will have enough use, if not letting them decide what else to choose from. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, if their turn wouldn't happen because they don't have enough to use the skill, instead of just skipping their action, giving them the ability to choose something else. Yeah, like that would be a nice way of dealing with that. The thing is, any sort of change that I make is going to require me to kind of get deep into the code for how turns work and how combat works, and that section is a bit gnarly, and I'd have to spend a lot of time familiarizing myself with how it works at a deeper level in order to be able to pull something like that off, unfortunately. Which makes that kind of rough. Let's see. Let's salvage a couple of these staves I've been able to stop using. Okay, so the real question is, am I going to face too many rats? I'm going to have this Hardy Hero stew. Yeah, queuing system obviously removes the problem entirely. I don't know. Let's just wander around. I want to fight more rats. Yeah, here's rats. I don't want to fight harrowers. Oh, good. Good. He's really a mace. Does he have an offhand right now, or do I need to get him one? 6/6 water damage each foe. Yeah, I mean, this is fine, but it's also... I can just kill a rat, so I'm going to. I mean, okay. Comforting Earth. Interesting. Well, that rat's dead. That rat's going to be hard to kill, though. Yeah, well, it takes 229 damage through Comforting Earth. That's how you know Comforting Earth is way too strong. Or Exploding Vigor, excuse me. I think Icy Breath is going to deal way more damage to that. None of these are good against the plant, because it's a plant. Like, plants eat sunlight. Yeah, I definitely need to tweak this one. Man, through guard. Yeah, I got 4 hide from that. That's excellent. I should turn in some bounty slips. I should do that before going on a shopping run, though. Okay, so I'm going to just tell I want to turn in 901. And they're like, I'll just take a whatever you have. I'm at rank 1. I have 15 points towards the next adventurer's rank, which reminders what I need to get to. And I've given 75 gold because the amount of gold that you get for turning in bounty slips scales with your rank. So the higher your rank, the more gold you get. As I'm told every time after I turn those things in. I can go buy some stuff now. So let's go over here to the... Dun, 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 yeah, I was thinking I might get this healer's robe for Hannah, so let's do that. Whip her with the healer's robe. It does give her way more maximum MP. Wow, you can really stack the MP early if you have the right gear. Because I think these are all increasing her MP. That's crazy. I don't know if I like that or not. TBD. No, Asgarduel's going to keep using that. Wow, none of these characters can use tomes either. Both Isa and Bonpoint can equip this focus. You know what? I'm going to get 2 of them then. Okay, I have a lot of mystical dust. Yeah, this focus gives a lot more maximum MP as well. Oh yeah, I made some adventurous gloves for Hannah. I actually prefer healer's training on her than healer's expertise. Healer's expertise is probably something I should put on this guy though. Ooh, or elementalist skills. Taking a soil, slicing winds. Neither of those are any good on him. Water pulse and firestorm. Let's actually give him the elementalist skills. He can use healer's expertise pretty well because he's light and it's a lot of light stuff. I'm about an hour into this. I think he would actually be better off with a diamond bracelet than with a silver bracelet or gold bracelet. See, the real thing that I'd need here is I'd need to be able to, like, see this for each character, like this description up here for each character. Like, that would be the maximum information, and I could theoretically do that, but it would require me to squash these menus down so far to be able to get 4 of these up there that it would just be obnoxious. Let's see, I don't think there's anything else that I need here immediately. Let's just go see if I can find some more rats to get hide out of them. Actually, if I go a little bit further south, that might be better at this point. I don't know. This might be dangerous too. I wish changing maximum values would take off the bottom, but oh well. Yeah, because now you can just firestorm things, and that's really beneficial. Wow, she has a lot of maximum. How does she have the most maximum HP? You know what? It's probably because she has like the most equipment of anyone. Bet you that's it. Has a dead harrower. Hi, exploding vigor right off the bat, dealing 652 damage. It's ridiculous. Okay, well that thing's in guard, so Firestorm's going to deal less damage to it. Wow, that's a lot of MP usage, but it gives them something to do. Yeah. I'll need to think about exactly what I want to do. Exploding vigor. Wooden roots, wooden roots. Yeah, something to give the information. would be good. Let's enrage smash one of these things. I feel like Hydroblast might need to be a bit more powerful. This Exploding Vigor is going to do stupid damage. Yeah, Hydroblast feels like it's probably a little on the weak side. Oh, you can tell he doesn't have an Earth stat, can't you? Let's see, Breath of Life. Yeah, that's Breath of Life Bond Point as well. It's probably giving him more HP than he's strictly speaking. Ooh! I got the 20% chance of rejuvenation. Excellent. Toxic Bite. Well, my food came through in that Bond Point did not get poisoned there. Toxic Bite usually poisons and paralyzes. In this case, it did not. I don't know. I'm just going to Thunder Strike the snake too, maybe. I mean, for the most part, paralysis doesn't actually do anything to Bond Point. Man, I can use a really... I've got Water Pulse. Let's Water Pulse this thing. Doesn't imbue life moment. Paralysis increases the cost of... the MP cost of spells. Or of skills in general. But because Bond Point is usually... or mostly... TP based, it doesn't really do anything to him. I guess I just Icy Breath here. Like, so it's making Thunder Strike and Frost Strike cost 2 MP instead of 1. It's like that doesn't mean much to him. But if it like affected this guy, it'd suddenly make Water Pulse like 50 MP or something. It'd be painful. Okay, I'm pretty sure an Exploding Vigor is just gonna make this guy gone. Yeah. You. Thanks for the healing. Let's see, so I have 15 points towards... I can actually just check on the card. Oh, we were ambushed. It's not great. Though they're all ganged up on one person, which is not terrible. I'm gonna smack one of these things. Yeah, okay. Hydroblast needs a buff because it... Or it can change his equipment. That's probably the thing that would help the most, honestly, is giving him more water would make this a lot less terrible looking. I'm still going to Sickening Soil here. It's not going to deal much damage, but yeah, I'm going to Sank Out Winter. But the Druid's probably a little OP right now, though. Sickening Soil is just going to poison all of these guys, which is why I'm using it. Showmanship hits everyone. Hydroblast hits everyone, but I think... trying to go after that specific guy is probably better. Just Breath of Life over here and over here. She has, like, ridiculous MP because of all of her equipment. Which is, again, making me think. Consider MP stacking stuff. Okay, a couple of the spiders are fascinated. Generally means they're going to attack themselves. Honestly, I feel like Enraged Smash is probably really just good. That's 196. Okay, yeah, this is a substantially stronger heal. And she gets 2 actions right now, so she might as well. She has Windborne Speed. Oh, Vicious Bite, eh? Well, that spider punched itself in the face, so that's good. Just attack it. He uses a club, and they're weak to striking. Let's see how much vigor we can explode out of this spider, eh? That much vigor, and it died. Ooh, level 6. Let's see. So I currently have... Where's my bounties? 9 bounties, and my Adventurers Guild card tells me I need 35 more total points, so 9 out of 35. Gloves sometimes give you an additional action, so... I mean, I'm happy to have multiple actions. Ooh! Hero Wears can sometimes reflect spells. Ow! Yeah, you can see how silly that is. My goodness. I just did so much damage to her. Is she going to be down from this? Yeah. Healing Spring to our boy Aisa over here. Of course, she died, so she doesn't get the benefit of her food anymore, but... this thing's almost dead. Asgard Duel's like lost all of his MP as well. Healer's not here, so I'm going to need to take a rest at the thing to get him to spawn. Actually, you know what's not a terrible plan? There, she can have an apple. That'll boost her earth further. Applewood Focus is a nice boost to it as well. He needs a lot more equipment. Notice how much equipment she has compared to like everyone else. How much gold do I have? 193. Yeah, how's my hide collection coming? Not great. No, not great. Hello! Good to see you, Wolfpack. Welcome, welcome. You are joining me in the middle of my playtest here. I'm glad you're able to drop by. So right now what I'm doing, just to get you up to speed, is I started a new file. I'm currently, what was this save at? An hour and 21 minutes into this this file. And I'm seeing kind of what is the flow of getting myself up to the point of being able to get the boat. And right now, survey says that several of my skills are super strong on the druid. Ooh, this be a big party. Let's gust. Okay, we Ooh, what's the most important target here? I think the forest spiders might die a little bit more quickly, so I think I'm going to go after them. And yeah, feel free to ask any questions. This is probably going to be... yeah, they are. This is probably going to be a little... Like, because I know you've been following along with the summary videos on my YouTube. This is going to be a little bit beyond those, because I do record those, like, in advance, and so there's a bit of a delay with those. So yeah, feel free to ask any questions you may have. And we're going to see how things go with the spiders. Hey, silence! Silence is useful. Exploding Vigor needs a nerf, by the way. It deals way too much damage. This might be... Well, I feel like Gust spam is the best, and Showmanship spam. Okay. Breath. Second Wind. Wait, how much TP? 43. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Oh, okay. How'd that go? I'm mostly planning on doing... hello, Cyberman Sigma. I'm mostly planning on doing playtest stuff, I think, right now. On Fridays. Just because trying to do a bunch of, like, concentrated creative stuff is mentally exhausting. That was my takeaway from last week. I feel like I kind of want to actually focus on this dire rat that's not fascinated. And then some healing. Second Wind yourself. Yeah. Moments of inspiration can just suddenly appear. Okay, what do I need here? I kind of want to leave the spiders alone. This dire rat's a little bit weaker, so let's work on making that dire rat less existent. Thunderstrike maybe? I'm not sure. I don't remember. That's a very specific condition for damage. Yeah, figuring out, like, creativity patterns is definitely a thing. You can heal Isa. You can Second Wind Esgard Duel, and then Imbue Life. And then explode some Vigor, because apparently you got 3 actions this turn. Like, I can force myself to keep doing stuff, but it becomes more and more mentally taxing the longer I go, so... I mean, I don't mind giving him Windborne speed over there. Yeah, okay. Again, Exploding Vigor needs a nerf. Okay, the spider took itself out. These spiders are in the process of trying to kill themselves, which I really appreciate. Let's just res Sig Esgard Duel here, and then attack this dire rat. I feel like you're best off just smacking this dire rat a couple times. And then explode some Vigor. Rice is trying real hard to die here. Did I mention Exploding Vigor is too powerful? Well, that's a good number of bounty slips. That's a lot of fangs. Wow. By the way, the plugin that I made that puts, like, multiple copies of the same drop into one line of like, here's how many of this thing you got, really helps some of those screens not be awful. Okay, okay, let's res sig here. I don't know if I'm gonna need, but let's just spam some healing spring. Am I worried about tiers? Like, are some characters going to be better than others? So the short answer to that question is yeah, it's definitely something I want to consider. In that I want any team combination to feel like it's got a good shot of like getting through the game reasonably. I'm sure that with 14 characters, it's going to be impossible to make every single possible team combination of that like balanced in the sense that everyone is equally strong. I think there's going to be some parts of the game that some teams are going to struggle with, and others that, like, what parts of the game are going to be hard is probably going to be a little variant for each team. So I do expect some amount of that. Right now, which classes do I think are the best? Well, the Druid currently has an overpowered spell, so the Druid definitely seems to be real strong. I need to tweak some of those down. Warlock is really good because she gets a dark damage area of effect. It's kind of inconsistent in its damage, but it comes relatively early, and having early solid damage area of effects are really useful. And dark damage is not generally resisted by stuff, so it's really useful early. I think that's going to be less good in other areas that are going to resist dark damage, though. Let's see. Trying to think through all of the classes. Sage is really hit or miss. Sage was definitely too strong when she could pass skills around everyone, though. Which is why I changed that. Let's see. What other... Trying to think through all of them. Isa is definitely actually pretty good right now. Yeah, 1d4 dark. Yeah. I don't really have a good... Because, like, part of it is what damage types do they kind of have. Yeah, for sure. You never know how creative players will get. It's more like Windborne Speed is probably a bit too strong right now, and I'm probably going to need to tone it down to, not automatically giving more. There's definitely some effects in the game that are way more powerful than they seem like they are, though. Warding Light, basically making you immune to critical hits, is substantially more powerful than it looks on the surface. And yeah, you never know what players are going to do. I have 20 bounty slips. I'm going to turn in 113, which is all of them. And I wanted the gold from that. Let's go shopping. I can afford the diamond bracelet. I'm going to buy this for Esgar Duel. I'm curious because right now the gold bracelet is like all these values are based on Isa. So actually, here's something that I can do. I can go over to formation and let's swap Esgar Duel to be out in front. Now let's see what these values are. So that's 5, 8, and 6. Doesn't this scale with... Because this is based on your max MP. And this is based on other stats. I do want one of these. Ooh, actually. I can get one of these for both of those guys. Let's get a... Because, let's see, Isa is also wind. Okay, I want to boost Esgar Duel's water specifically. His fire is a bit better than his water, so I'd get more of a benefit out of it. But this is healing, so... okay, his wind is slightly higher. So I think I want to buy an emerald ring for him. Yeah, I'm going to worry about bracelets later. There we go. Yeah, in terms of like junk items to sell. Do I have anything good to sell right now? I mean, okay, I have an excruciatingly large number of iron ingots. I can sell some of these off. Let's sell like 40. I could get a lot more gold by going into some of the mines. I'm just not sure how well prepared I am for those. Do I want any of these? I could just go and... Yeah, except I want her offhand. I do want to replace this rusty plate mail. Oh, you can't even use this helmet. Okay, I'm going to need to make sure I'm looking at the variety of hats that I can have. People get... So I think the Royal Guard thing... Does it become daytime as I'm walking over here? Oh, I should grab this Rest Shrine Recharge. I should probably make a sound effect on that. Castle's closed right now. Oh, yeah, I need to visit the castle, though. Let's just go enter somebody's home and make it morning. I need to fill this whole area up with NPCs. And quests and stuff, theoretically. It's like making a 1,000-layer dip. Like, you place down a base layer, and then you just have to keep slapping layers on and more and more and more layers on. Let's go get this. Do I want that on Isa? Let's see, what is he currently using? Mage's Training. So Fireball, Gust, and Stone Volley. Gust is really, really, really good. Yeah, NPC dialogue, filling out NPCs is just... Like, time-consuming is really the short answer of it. Interception, Bandage, Wound, and Encouragement. Let's try that. See if I regret that decision. Let's see. You... I don't need this shield, but good to know. Okay, this is a different type of helmet that Bonpoint can use. She can use these boots, eh? Yeah, no, it's like... You definitely... I agree. You want to make sure you're not doing too much dialogue. But at the same time, like... They need to actually say something. Like, this king is mute right now. So it's like balancing out the amount of... Oh. Apparently walking through that transition ended everybody's food. Let's see. I think I can probably go craft some more stuff. I can go craft some more stuff elsewhere, though. Let's go to Iron Hill. See if I can do some good things in the mine. Do I have anything I want to salvage? This tattered dress can make some cloth. Okay. Yes, I can finally make this adventurer's breastplate. Make that for Bonpoint. Asgard Duel needs bracelets. Okay. Interesting. She's the only one that can use the boots. Everyone else needs shoes. I feel like... I don't remember what other things these have on them. I wish I could make these descriptions like longer, but the problem... Anybody who's worked in RPG Maker knows that the dialogue for entering in descriptions does not go below 2 lines. So I can't realistically effectively add additional description very well. I might want to make a cape for Hannah at some point. I go back to hide is something I need way more of. Who do I just make a thing for? Okay, you know what? No, not talking. Armor. Okay, yeah, spawn point. You turn this rusty plate mail into something. Some pots of healing. Okay, so the real question is, do I need to change the formula for the one really fancy thing? I'm not going to worry about all of that right now. Let's drop a save and go into the deeper parts of the mine. This part's of the mine. Hopefully we're ready for this. Bloodbats are nasty business and not to be trifled with. I think they're the biggest threat right now. Yeah, because now you can bandage wounds. Well, I mean, let's see how well the Exploding Vigor works. I should split up these Exploding Vigors. Oh, goodness. I don't think I'm ready for these... Oh, Exploding Vigor, never mind. Exploding Vigor, everyone! OP spells! Yay! Exploding Vigor, this Bloodbat. I want to make sure this Bloodbat dies. Cool. Good, I exploded his Vigor. There is a bit of a darkened screen tint. The different parts of the mine have different stuff going on, though. I guess Showmanship. I don't know that Showmanship's the best here. Actually, I'm going to Interception and... Oh, goodness, everything's so expensive when I'm paralyzed. Whatever. This spell is still worth using at ridiculous... Oh, I only had 3 TP. I don't know, just attack it. Res him. Heals all allies for 180. Just heal yourself. I need to start cleansing her, though. She's got way too much stuff going on. Healing Spring Hannah. I'm gonna Showmanship there, and Icy Breath, I guess? Cleanse. I want to get some of this stuff off. Cool. Some good bounties. Ooh, Pyrotechnics. I get to test that skill out. Okay. Great. Let's... Pot of Healing. Pot of Healing. Not quite a full Resident Inn, but it costs as much. But you can do it at a distance. Let's see. You know what? Let's actually... I need to change this. Let's make some fruit salad. I also want to figure out some sorting to get these to go down, or to get stuff you can't use in the menu to kind of go to the bottom of the menu or something, because it's real annoying. Okay, everybody has more stats. That's good. What was I just thinking about? Man, I see you have no HP. Yeah, think I want to change Elementalist's skills to Healer's expertise. To really explore this area, because this area is a bit darker and a bit desaturated. I got some blast bombs though, so that's nice, I guess. Oh, okay, I got the upper hand. That's good. What's Warding Light Isa? That seems like a good first action. Icy Breath this Bloodbat, and Exploding Vigor this Bloodbat. Warding Light prevents you from being debuffed, but it also makes you like immune to critical hits, except for stuff that automatically criticals. There's some weirdness going on with that, but using Warding Light basically makes you functionally immune to critical hits, which is very useful, as you might guess. Ooh, you get a second action. Enrage Smash this Serpent. And Exploding Vigor this Bat. So what I'm kind of setting up here is enemy, like things taking damage gives them TP. So by hitting that bat first, I give it TP for her skill to then go crazy on. Pyrotechnics. 3 times, but target is chosen randomly. Main chant with Burning Gaze. Ooh, that's exciting. Two... Oh, you know what? Yeah, go ahead and heal yourself. Oh, Burning Gaze. Great. Great. Well, Exploding Vigor did his job. This area is real good for bounty slips, though. When everything's worth like 2 to 3 bounty slips, you get them a lot more quickly than when you're in areas where everything's worth 1. I am using my last Res Sig charge on Isa, though, so I should probably consider leaving. Ooh, 323 gold. That'll help. This is just a pickaxe, but I might as well grab it while I'm here. Yeah, part of it's because he has way less health than everyone, so he's way more fragile. Nah, it's with a Z. A Z-E. It spreads. So that way everybody can be on fire. Oh, the problem of homophones. Words that sound the same but are different. Do I want to... That doesn't matter right now. I almost feel like I just need an interception within this turn. Exploding Vigor. One of these Bloodbats. Oh. Exploding Vigor, the other Bloodbat. This is fine. Good! That was the right move. Turns out when everybody decides to attack Isa, giving him interception is really good. Okay. Let's just... Yeah. Let's, I think I should be okay to just attack now. And Exploding Vigor will be OP. I don't think so. I think it's just he has like half the HP of everybody else. So I think the AI is just like that's the person. Well, okay. So to be fair, interception gives you like 500% times target rate. So that's probably part of what's going on there. I don't think his actual target rate is high, though. No, it's just standard 100% on him, so it would have to be anything from his like equipment or something. But let's get these minor skills. They're very unimportant. Again, warding light on Isa. Ooh, I get a showmanship right off the bat. That's cool. Interception does give you a huge target on your face, though, because that's kind of the idea. It gives you the substitution flag, and gives you the like a bajillion target rate. Cursed. Oh. I don't like everybody being cursed. Purge conditions. Pyrotechnics. I'm just going to interception here again because that seems to be a good plan. Okay. Cool! That's what Warding Light's supposed to help with. Okay. Okay. Now Hannah has Burning Gaze on her. Yeah. No, like, because it basically turns all of the damage into healing. This is great. I don't have any healing sickness, so what I've got is what I've got. Let's have you healing potion. I don't actually have a way to get rid of Burning Gaze because this is an enchantment, not a condition, so I don't actually have a way of removing it. Breath of Life or Second Wind. Second Winder. And then Breath of Lifer, just to be sure. I should have probably done that to... Oh, Bond Point used a potion, that's right. The auto progression of messages is both simultaneously useful and obnoxious. I don't know, is this guy weak to lightning? I don't know, smash him. Explode in Vigor will work. Just explode all of that Vigor. Whee! 2,000 damage because exploding Vigor is silly! Hey, Healing Hot Spring. I'm excited about that one. I want to test that one. Cleanse those things. Try to pick up some of this miner's gear. Actually, Bond Point, you can equip feet. Have some feet. I should probably give those to a different character at some point. Oh man, there's gonna be a big nerf to Exploding Vigor. Frost Strike one of these Blood Bats. I mean, poor Isa here just has to run interference. Let's blow up this other Blood Bat. Ooh. Actually targeted somebody else. You know what? Let's just have you attack this Fire Serpent. Again, I feel like you just need to run interference on him. Just constant interception. Okay. Pyrotechnics. Interception and Exploding Vigor. Interception's gonna, like, any attack that goes towards Hannah is gonna be absorbed by it anyway, so... Miner's Gloves. Boy, I just keep getting the same encounter again and again and again, don't I? Yep. Just gonna have him start working on the Serpent. Interception might need the nerf as well. I like the general thing that it's doing, but I think it needs a cap for how much it absorbs. So right now it doesn't. It doesn't cap. It just keeps going and going. And that's gotten me into a very ridiculous team combination right here, where Isa is basically invulnerable, which is making Hannah effectively invulnerable. And Exploding Vigor does too much damage. Haha! His Miner Shoes, making him immune to... or resist paralysis. The best. I'm just gonna have him Antidote. All damage is going to go at Isa now, and Isa's immune to damage. So obviously I need to nerf Interception. Okay, so notes. Exploding Vigor needs to be nerfed. Interception needs to be nerfed. Miner's Coat. Yeah, you should Antidote here. Interception, except pronounced properly. Because again, this is now, my entire team is now invulnerable. Woo, look at that. 1,300 some odd damage absorbed. That should totally overwhelm Interception's healing ability. I don't know what I should make it based on, but it needs to be based on something. Because this is not the intended play pattern. This is why we playtest, right? To identify stuff like this. Where it's like, okay, what's the best thing I can do? Spam Interception on this one character. Ooh, I get to attack with him this turn. Yes, please. And then use one-shots on this other character. Well, everybody's at no HP. Oh, did I not use Interception on him? No matter. Oh, I got this spawn. Do I have an AoE on anybody? Because if not, we're going to be here a while. Okay, let's start working on some giant bats. Interception. Yep, none of these are AoEs. Well, we're going to start exploding some vigor on some blood bats. Let's just watch Asa get, like, ludicrous amounts of HP. Yeah, painful blow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, this is the issue. Oh, I do have an AoE. Showmanship is an AoE. Hooray, everyone. We won't be here forever, because I do have an AoE. Other blood bat. I don't... Other giant bat, I guess? She is running low on MP, which is a consideration. Okay, that's going down. That's going down. And Showmanship should clear up all of these guys, because these are just weak cave bats. 259 experience received. I want this pile of gold. And a miner's cap. Ooh, there's some stuff there. Let's see. I don't actually know about RPG Maker XP. I've only worked with MV. You're trying to make basically a Pokemon-like thing that whenever they're touched by water, so like if the attacker attacks with a water move, he turns into this other form, or if your own Pokemon uses a water move, it will turn to that other form. How would I do that? So I've not used RPG Maker XP or Poké Essentials. That said, you could probably do something with a script and a plugin, where you tag like a different class and stuff. And there's things that let you change the current actor's sprite. So unfortunately, I don't have enough familiarity with the things that you're using to specifically answer the question, Stephen. But in terms of like generically answering the question, the thing that I would tend to look at, if I hide the game for a moment here, just go to an empty common event, would be, and again, I don't know if XP has these same functionalities, but and I don't know how Poké Essentials changes stuff up. My thought would be to... Oh, where is it? Is it under movement? Probably. Like, you can do enemy transform for enemies, but I don't know that that works with... I don't know where you could find a script. It would be... So it depends upon like what your expertise level is and all that sort of stuff. For me personally, I have largely written most of my own scripts. Here. Hello, thanks for the follow. I mostly have written my own scripts for stuff that I want different. So I don't know. I haven't really looked for very many scripts. There's like one plugin from somebody else that I've used to replace the game over functionality, but otherwise I've just written my own stuff, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to help with that. So let's see, is it set movement route? Yeah, under set movement route there is change image. I suspect you might be able to do that in battle. There's also another one. There's another one that's better. It'd be under actor. Change profile, nickname, class, equipment. I think there's a thing here where you can change their sprite as well. I don't remember. I know I wrote a script at some point that changed the appearance of a character based on their equipped equipment. You could set up the equipment to change it. It was a lot of additional work, though. If I look here in object, let's just turn Notepad++ back on. So if we look at the objects, game actor, and again, I don't know if these files are the same in XP, but there should be a change. Let's see, where is it? There's a thing in here that I've used before, so I know it exists. I just don't remember what it's called. That changes the sprite that's being used. Okay, here's game actor. Yeah, game actor, not game battler. The profile character name. Yeah, character index, I think. Face index. Yeah, these things right here. Changing character index. I don't know what this would do in battle, but this should theoretically allow you to be able to do stuff. Change battler name would allow you to be able to change the sprite sheet used for the battler. I think... No, that's just the... Okay, there's a thing that sets it, right? I mean, you can always just write a script that accesses actor.battlerName. I think there is something that changes these things. Right? Yeah, best equip is something that doesn't make any sense in my system either. Where? I'm just scrolling through a bunch of code right now. This is the RPG Maker inbuilt stuff. You can just find it in the JS file, or the JS folder, I should say. I think there's a thing. Yeah, right here. Set battler image. If you give this function the string, can I zoom this in? Yeah. So if you give this function man, that is huge. The string for the name of the file, and you can experiment around with the sum. You should be able to change it. I don't know what it's going to do in the middle of battle though. So that's something that you'd have to experiment around. If you're comfortable getting into the JavaScript, this would be the way that I would know to try to do something like that. But I don't know how Poke Essentials works with things. And you'd have to be like capturing the... oh goodness, that's massive. Whoa, that's tiny. You'd have to be capturing in the execute damage, is it? Is apply? Nah, it's execute damage, which is up here, I want to say. This is my own overwritten version of some of this stuff. But if you... it's not execute damage. I don't know. Anyway, there's stuff that that you can check. Oh, is this using this trait ID and all sorts of stuff? But again, I don't know what Poke Essentials does, so this is kind of like the best sort of guess I have for you in terms of like this is how I would go about trying to do these things. That's not necessarily a guarantee that that's like the best way to go about it or a way that's even going to work. But I hope that at least gives you a starting point. And I don't know if anybody's written a script for that sort of thing. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of what I can offer. Interception. Again, I need to nerf interception and exploding vigor. It's actually notepad. Nerf interception and exploding vigor. Yeah, you can just attack this dire serpent again. You can use interception. Ooh. Yeah, I hope it helps. I don't know. You can never use too much interception, right? I want to make sure he doesn't randomly go slowly. So by double interception to there. Because I need to use my current needing to be nerfed broken setup that makes my team invulnerable. And then I can get out of this cave, or this mine, and probably get to the thing that I needed. I don't know, just attack this serpent. I feel like that works best. Why did Exploding Vigor not work on it? It's the real mystery. There we go. All of these characters level up simultaneously. Yes, that's right. I was coming in here for this. 12 iron ingots, eh? Ooh, a bunch of dire serpents. That's different. Bet you if Vigor explodes on them just as well, though. Oh, I need to fix this. Yeah, no, I went after the... Ooh. Interesting. So this interception is currently really expensive. Actually, I kind of want to cleanse. This needs more than cleanse. You know what? I'm just going to Exploding Vigor stuff and not worry about the paralysis. I mean, it certainly helps when these snakes attack each other. You're no longer fascinated, are you? After dealing 400 damage to yourself? Kind of wish I had an escape rope in this game, but I don't. So here we are, walking through the mines. I mean, I could get out of here really easily. You know what? Let's just... Do I want to take the easy way out? I mean, it's really, really dumb, but... You know what? Let's just take the easy way out. Let's just attack everything. Let my party get wiped. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you, snakes. Oh no! Dramatic music. I need to change this game over screen, because this is not what happens. Game over is replaced by going to the last one of these things that you interacted with. Hey, I'm rich. And I betcha I have a bajillion bounty slips. I have 78 bounty slips. So what this has shown me so far is that going into the mines is how you actually advance things. And having ridiculous OP setups. So I've increased my rank to Adventurer rank 2. I will now get... And I have 63 points towards the next Adventure rank. It's going to take a while to get to that one, though. Let's see. So, good question. Fascination. If I hide the game. Fascination is... It lasts 2 to 4 turns, and there's a 50% chance on damage for it to end. So, and this is any damage. So if they damage themselves, it will also remove it. Or if the player damages them, there's a chance that it'll be removed. So either form. That's how that one works. Okay. I got 390 gold from that. Because higher ranks get more slips. So this is the thing. If you turn in bounty slips, probably unlikely to go the full 4 turns, yeah. There's like a 1 in 3 chance that it'll go that. Yeah, 2, 3, and 4. And then the 50% chance that it'll end whenever taking damage. You get gold. So if you turn in bounty slips, you get gold based on the rank you are after the points for the slips is added in. So it's actually better to kind of like bank up slips and then turn them in, because then you get a bunch at once. Okay. But I now have rank 2. Rank 2, 63 out of 250 points for the next rank. Rank 5 is the maximum rank. That requires a lot of bounty slips turned in. A very non-trivial number. But now I can go over here to my town that needs to be filled in. Talk to this guy. I would like to rent a boat. I am super interested in it. You do... Boat rental man. You are failing. And now I can sail. Hooray! So that took about 2 hours, but I also have to factor in that I had a super OP setup that I got to use that I'm going to nerf. So it'll probably take a bit longer than that. Yeah, I definitely want to give enemies some skills to remove stuff. Let's go somewhere exciting. I don't feel like taking... This is like weirdly the fast way to get over to Ron Piety. Where is the boat to Ron Piety? There isn't one. That's right. I can go to Divertier. Yorgot S is probably the closest one. To Yorgot S, please. This area doesn't have anything in it yet. It has no music in it. Oh, this is okay. I'm gonna need to figure out how to address that later. Or anything else. But you know, this is where I'm supposed to go. Yeah. So I've kind of only made up through like so much, right? Okay, let's go back to Evanshire. I'm happy about this train. I mostly drew this train. I took parts of the bus sprite that they have. Okay, well. Okay, so I've gotten the boat. That's kind of where I wanted to get on these guys. So let's go ahead and close that. I have some OC Remix stuff on the background. Let me know if that's too loud. So in terms of like skills that remove conditions, there are definitely some that exist. I've not given them to enemies by and large at this point, because a lot of these are supposed to just be monsters. There actually is one that they have. But I don't know if they can use skills. I've not really had Fascination put on me, because I don't think any of these early enemies can actually do it. Consume conditions right here. This removes all conditions from you and heals you for a third for each condition removed. So this is a monster skill. Players don't get this, and currently the only monster that uses it is the Chimera and the southern part of Kendra. Kendra is the sort of main island area. And it's real strong, but it's only really going to happen if you start spamming certain conditions on it. And in that point, it will absolutely get placed on them. And at that point, you're not doing... Like, yeah, you don't want to be putting those conditions on them, because it's a very, very effective skill, and you don't want the enemy to, like, suddenly heal itself by a bunch. Okay, let's see. Okay, Hydroblast was a bit weak. I remember thinking that is a bit weak. So let's just double its numbers and see how it feels. Yeah. Well, it's definitely a nice way of... It specifically was... Fear? What was it specifically triggering off of? You can see the Chimera has a bunch of, like, if you have the state on you, do things. Blind Silence, although I think it can use it because I think it's not a standard skill. It is very slow, but Confusion, Fascination, Sleep. I think it can use it through a lot of those things. I'm actually probably not all of them. Some of these probably it doesn't effectively do anything with, but you know, that's kind of the idea, is that it could theoretically. I didn't really get a good chance to use Healing Hot Spring because I got it kind of late. That's okay. Exploding Vigor was ridiculous. Second Wind, I'm not sure on this one. Second Wind seemed reasonably good. I don't know. I'm gonna have to play with this one more to figure out what I think of this one. This one's just way too good. I'm going to do that, and then I need to drop a math around if I can figure out how to spell it. Divided by like 5, maybe. I'll have to look at their stats. Divided by 5. We'll have to see how that does for those. So let's just run some quick mental calculations here. If that's wind and then earth over 5. Druid, wind. So that would be 32 TP times 24 over 5 is going to be roughly 5. So 32 times 5 is 150. 150 is about in line with where it should be. Well, that's kind of strong at level 1 even. but I think it's probably okay because it does require the enemy to have a lot more TP to get your damage out of it. I don't know. I'm going to try it with those changes. See if it feels a bit more appropriate. Intercepting needs this to be different. So this is way too aggressively good. Just absorbing up for any time you take damage, absorbing it like that is way too much. What should I base this off of, though? I can grab your stats. It's what? Target. Yeah, so I can grab target. While I'm thinking about this, does anybody have any questions about any of the stuff going on here? Let's see. Target. Half as much damage healed. That would just be the same thing as making the damage 0. Because what this does is... this takes the amount of damage that's coming in and heals the portion of it, and then that will get reduced by the amount of damage going over the top. So if you would be, say, getting hit for 500 damage and you're healing for 250, it would take the 250 off, turn that into healing, and then the remaining 250 would cancel it out to 0. Yeah, pork chops. This is, unfortunately, this is kind of how RPG Maker ends up going. You get a lot of these tags going in for stuff because the what ends up happening if I put on Notepad++ again, what ends up happening is, I don't know what this needs to be for you. This feels massive for me, but like, for example, actually, if I just go advanced states, what I was messing with there. So this .meta thing gets anything that's in bracketed tags like that, in that sort of that was missing that. Anything that's in the like tag : stuff format like that, this will get added to a meta tag, and then inside the meta object, and then you can grab the thing and it'll have stuff in it. So if this exists, so like right here, otherwise it's a nil, I think. I forget if they call it nil or null in JavaScript, but it will drop it in here with whatever the tag is. So what I'm specifically looking at here is not this. No, this is overriding the parameter, because this allows you to be able to add a bunch of stuff to parameters. Execute HP damage right here. I'm in this spot right here where I have the damage absorption cap that I'm kind of setting. Life Drain will go right through a lot of these protection effects, so anything that's set to the drain, like is drain, is like whee, right through it. It doesn't care about any of your defensive measures. But anyway, I need to figure out what I want to make this. Eval evaluates whatever's in it as code, because JavaScript does that, because scripting languages are weird. It can do that sort of thing. RPG Maker, I don't know if this is true of all of them. I assume it is. But they basically are just making elaborate web pages with complicated JavaScript stuff going on. Which is why, actually, I wanted to start trying to do like dev stream, playtest stream stuff earlier. Or at least I was trying to look into it earlier. But until OBS did a more recent update that allowed them to properly support hardware-accelerated web pages, it wouldn't actually show up because the game is a web page. Because that's just how it works. But I do have access to target right here, which is the thing being targeted. So the question that I have is, what do I want to make this? How do I want to make this absorb? Excuse me. So it belongs to, let's hide this for the moment. This belongs to Guardian, so I could make this based off of your strength. Do I want to do that? I could just do like strength times 10. Stir times 10? Yeah, sure, that works. Let's try that. Let's just try that. So then if I go over to skills, enter whatever. Find previous. Absorbs damage up to A dot HP strength times 10. There. That should effectively nerf that skill. Especially for Isa, because Isa has lower strength. I don't know how that will be, but I kind of want to try that. Okay, I think that kind of addresses some of my notes. Although, this guy right here, Boatman. This needs to actually take your 500 gold. This guy was just a money check. He needs to actually, like, take the money. So that was a whoops. Don't need to go handing out free boats to rich people. Need to charge people for them boats. I feel like that covers a lot of stuff right now. I do wish this had a better way of doing folders. But right now, that's kind of what folders look like. I have started work on this. This is dev identification stuff. I've been working on this subway hub and things. That's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to working on some of these other world zones. I think that kind of concludes a lot of what I was wanting to do today. So, anybody have any questions? If not, I'll just kind of begin shutting stuff down here. So I kind of got in what I wanted to. I can take a quick look. What I'll do while I'm waiting for stream delay is I will take a quick look to see what some of those numbers look like. So Hydroblast is now 196, 294. That feels a lot better. Not sure if it should be quite that amount. I might drop that a little bit. Because I don't want it to be, like, too much better than Piercing Gleam. Let's see, that's 696. How does it compare to, like, Healing Spring? Oh, way better. Okay, so this would be 50 TP and 11 damage. That's still a lot of damage. Let's see, so quick math, 550. That's not terrible. I'm okay with that dealing like 550 damage. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. I might bump up the cost of this a little bit to like 14. I don't know, I'll have to play with it a bit more. Yeah, an interception. 290. Like, that's reasonable, right? Any hits above that will start to decrease that. I don't know. Some of those high crits would definitely punch through it, which is important, and that's kind of what I wanted from it. Yeah, let's go see how these things feel in the mind now. I think I actually want to take these miner shoes off of you and give them to... Hey, you can have a miner's cap. That's good. Strikes, dexterity, and fire. That'd be an option for him. Okay, let's go see how some of these tweaks feel. Well, I get a test against these giant wall of bats. Oh, Hydroblast. Bloodbat needs to go down. And I'm going to Interception him. And I'm going to try Exploding Vigor this Bloodbat. Whew. Glad I did that interception. Okay, well, whoever just attacked did, like, no damage. That was still a pretty solid Exploding Vigor. That was fun. Yeah, it's a big old bat horde. A bunch of those are really weak, so if you have some good AoE, it clears stuff out real fast, though. Actually, let's just use Hydroblast again. I need to give Esgar dual stuff to raise his maximum MP better than I have. I need to look into that. This Bloodbat's pretty weak. I'm going to Interception here again. And work on that Bloodbat. Like, that's still being effective. And I wanted it to still be effective. Okay. Feels like it's in a better place, though. It's not, like, one-shotting these things, which is what's important about that. Yeah, I mean, Exploding Vigor. Okay. That took that out. So, like, that went fine, which I kind of want that to go fine. This area should be about level 10. But it was not, like, ridiculous. So, yeah, that's interesting. I actually kind of want to change him away from this healing staff. Maybe I wouldn't change her skill set. What else can you equip? Bard skills, Miner's skills. Oh, Emergency Potion's really useful. I don't think it's as important with all the other stuff you've got, though. Let's grab Miner's skills. Heh, same giant horde of bats. Ouch. I appreciate all these things, like, almost but not quite killing Hannah. Like, that's way better. That's dealing, like, half the damage it was to the Bloodbat. All of these guys are just absolutely gone. Another Hydroblast should clear out a lot of these. Let's Showmanship, Interception on him again. And the other Bloodbat. I'm looking for some of the other enemies that can spawn in here. Oh good, they're fascinated. Not Healing Light. Purge Conditions. I want to get rid of the curse over there. Imbue Life. Breath of Life, Lantern Flash. Whew! Yeah, Icy Breath hits them about as hard as Exploding Vigor, in part because they're weak to it. Ooh, a couple of Cave Scorpions. Okay, this should be interesting. I'm gonna actually just actually? No, I should Interception here. Let's chuck a bomb at one of these guys. Cool. 241. Ah, poisoned. Warding light on yourself. I don't know. Are these guys weak to lightning? I don't remember. Honestly, I feel like Asa just attacking is probably the best thing I can do here. If I beat up on this guy, he should have lots of TP for me to knock away. Or, you know, I can just go faster. That was reasonable. It didn't do max damage, though. The guy only had 45. I'm removing more TP than that. Ow! Well, Bon Poing did not like that at all. Resig. Let's run some encouragement here. Okay, I think this should be able to take out that guy anyway. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Yeah, it did. Wow. Ha ha! Okay, yeah. This Exploding Vigor feels like it's in a much better spot because if something doesn't have very much TP, it does like no damage now. I think I'm okay with it in that general area. Showmanship, maybe? If you have at least 36 TP, you're also cured of a condition. That's a really good heal. Wonder if it's too strong or not. Ow. Ow. Took no damage, but is fascinated. Okay, that's nice. Purge conditions? Let's try Pyrotechnics. I don't think these guys care that much about these, though. Great, you just had to hit both. Okay, at least one of them stayed fascinated. Hot Spring himself and heal his own poison. Yeah. Oof. Oh, good. Oh, good. They're really good at killing each other. I don't know, just attack this thing. I'm gonna use Breath of Life on Isa. Twice, just to be sure. Okay, that was reasonable damage. Hey, it punched itself in the face. These scorpions are kind of scary. Piercing Gleam. Yeah, I'm going to switch Asgard Duel's stuff around a bit. And then I'm going to go see how badly I can lose to a Chimera. I might be able to take it down. Yeah, you just smack these things. Oh. Most of this is just smack this guy. Somebody smack this thing. Good. Those things are nasty. That's why they're worth 3 bounty slips apiece. Okay, let's go adjust equipment on Asgardul. After I figure out how to leave this mine. I've chosen the long way, apparently. Yeah, okay. We can go turn in slips and then go buy stuff, and then I'll probably wrap up after I fight a Chimera or 2. Yes. Thank you. That number seems random. It's not, but it kind of is just like junk data. For whatever reason. I know the reason, but... Okay. I was here to buy a scepter, right? Yeah, Asgardul can use a scepter. Oh, that's interesting. This deals the same maximum damage, but different low damages. Do I want dark damage on him? Like, this is more consistent, right? This is 68 to 109, and this is 30 to 109. Interesting that the thunder one is slightly less. This is... winds. Are these all... This is fire... No, this is water. And earth. I don't know, I'm gonna buy him this one. I think he can use the focus when he's not using the staff. I want to confirm that. Yeah, okay, he can. I'm going to... Actually, instead of buying that one for him, I am going to go get a different thing. Are any of these at all interesting? Okay, no. I do want to go get the adventurers. Oh wait, I should get him some gloves. So that's 5, that's 9, this is 7. I'm gonna get him the diamond one anyway. I probably need to buff it a bit though. Probably a bit. Okay, let's go craft some stuff. I need crystal shards, and I blew all of mine. Okay, well, I don't know if I have a spot where I can craft them or not. I might just buy a focus then. You don't happen to sell crystal shards, do you? No, you sell feathers and hide and all that good stuff. No, I don't need an adventurer's dagger. It's got adventurer's gauntlets. They've got gloves. I can make her boots. So let's make her some boots. What do I need for... I need more cloth and yarn. So let's go get more cloth and yarn. Just doing all sorts of trips here. No, you're getting boots. And you are one of the people getting adventurous shoes. Okay, let's go get some more cloth and yarn from the shop up here. And then make some more shoes. I don't know, give me like 20 yarn and like 30 cloth or something, I don't know. I got a lot of gold, is what I'm saying. Because I got a free boat. For some reason. Okay, I wanted more... Ooh, yes, I can make a cape for Hannah. Let's make a cape for Hannah. And let's make some shoes for Asgardul. Okay, excellent. cape. Choose for Asgard Duel. And I want to get him... I'll just buy him the other offhand. That's fine. Doesn't really matter that much. And then I'll give that to him, and then I'll rest at the inn, and then I will be on my merry way to go fight a thing. I'm gonna grab a couple scrolls. There. There, he gets a focus now. Cool. These characters are way more equipped now. Let's go rest at the inn, and then let's head south and fight a chimera. Yes. I forgot about that, but yeah, that's a place. I'm frequently frustrated that this game is not 3D. Like, this game engine is not 3D. There are lots of times where that would be convenient. Actually, let's go make sure I've got a fully charged Resurrection Signet. And then let's go get in a fight with a Chimera. There's all sorts of other stuff here that's kind of nasty. Here's a Chimera. Why is it facing that way? Oh, you know what it is? Okay, I need to go and flip all these sprites. Okay, well that's another good thing. Learn from this playtest. Flip all of the enemy sprites. I don't know what's easier. So there are two categories for enemy sprites. There's SV for side view, and then there's just like the normal ones. And for some reason they're flipped. The normal ones are flipped. And I like had renamed a bunch of stuff, but I accidentally did it with the wrong set, and so it's just a whole mess. And so I accidentally grabbed all the ones that are facing left instead of facing right. And now I need to go fix that. Cool. At least I know. Let's piercing... No. Yeah, you know what? Let's just try fighting one of these guys without using any of my cool things. Warding Light Isa. I don't know. Icy Breath. I don't remember what these guys are weak to. Not ice, apparently. Lost 30 TP. Okay. Asgard Duel's dead. Let's resurrect Asgard Duel. And heal Hannah. And, I feel like Exploding Vigor is not a bad idea. Ooh, and you get to do something else? Well, more Exploding Vigor doesn't really help. Lantern Flash is the opposite of helpful here, and I know that. I can Blast Bomb it? Is that better than attacking? Probably. I don't know. To be clear, I'm expecting this thing to destroy me. Cool. Warding Light. Frost Strike? Are they weak to lightning? An intercept here. Might be a mistake. Well, did a bunch of damage. Yeah, that's enough to get through. The defense is there. Wand strike him. Pyrotechnics. He's paralyzed. That's nice. Exploding Vigor thankfully does a decent amount of damage. Okay. We were able to take it down. That's good. I'm happy about that, actually. I don't know how strong those things should be, but one of them by themselves is pretty intimidating. I nearly took down my party. I don't know. I'm going to have to play around with Exploding Vigor a bit more. I am thinking it might need to go up in cost a little bit. But I think that's probably going to wrap things up for me today. I will be back for my normal Guild Wars 1 stream tomorrow. But the next sort of playtest type thing is going to be next Friday, because I just need enough time to like build up stuff to playtest. Because I think it's more interesting to stream playtests than actual like development work for me personally, just because trying to stream development work puts me under too much like pressure to come up with things too much, and it's just like completely destroys my brain. So I think this is what I'm going to try. So I'm going to be back for another playtest next week, I think is going to be my plan. So I might start adding that to my schedule. That sounds like an idea. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. So thank you all for watching, hanging out, and chatting and all that good stuff. And until next time, you can always like check stuff in the thing down there, the panels, for more information about stuff. I do have a YouTube series that like gives some more detailed updates of like things that I have specifically done in the game. But just be aware that does lag behind pretty substantially by like 1 to 2 weeks because of having stuff like just the recording schedule for all of that. So it will go into more detail. You can kind of get caught up on like all the different like stages of the game's development, all that sort of stuff as well if you go check that out on my YouTube channel. There's a playlist there for it called Let's Make a Game, Astral Collision, I think. But anyway, like I said, wrapping up. So until next time, yeah, thank you all for watching. Take care. Goodbye.